Okay, so here's our issue here. Here's our little hole. Now I drilled the other hole up front so I can line them back up. I can pin them and re-drill that lanyard hole in the back whenever it comes time. I have the little plug that goes in there, and it fell out and landed on my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and I'm going to just lay that in there and glue that in, okay? Now if you can't find the plug that came out, you can make one, and you can get some of your drilling swarf and some of your trash from the drill over there, or you can grind some and make some and make a little plug and mix it with epoxy and stick it in there. What I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using a gel cyanoacrylate. It's basically gel super glue from Texas Knife Supply. It dries pretty clear, whereas the super thin stuff dries kind of foggy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, I'm just going to put a little dab in there like so, and I'm going to lose some. It's going to go through the hole. That's why I have that piece of paper towel there. It's actually best to use like a wax paper or something, but that's all I've got right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to put that in there. Line it up. And I'm going to put some on top. Make sure it's nice and coated. Now I'm going to use this stuff called Instaset, okay? And I got this obviously from Texas Knife Maker Supply. And what you do with this is you go in and you spray that on there, and that's just an accelerant, and it speeds up the drying process on that. I'm kind of glad this happened, because I was wondering how I was going to incorporate ivory repair in this class if it didn't happen. So it happened, so there we go. So you can see it a lot better on the super thin. You see it kind of turning kind of a foggy color, and you can see it kind of fumes smoking off and everything. But like I said, this dries really clear. So it's dry now. Got a big mound of it on there. It dried nice and clear, and I can go in and I can now re-drill that through that hole. And it didn't, made it through a little bit, but we can just wipe it off and have a little bit on there. We can, right here, through the hole in it, there's a little bit of glue, not enough to make any difference. But if you do get a lot of glue on there, if you don't feel comfortable sanding it just lightly, you can come in and put down a fine grit sandpaper, and we can rub that to where it's gone, and that took care of it actually. Or you can do it chemically, and this is called Uncure, and this is just a super glue remover. Okay, so you can dab this on there, and it'll actually liquefy it, and you can come in and wipe it off. Okay, and acetone does the same thing. So anyway, I've got just a little bit of layer, a little bit of a shine on there, but there wasn't a lot of glue that came through, because I used the thick stuff. Now if we'd used the super thin, it would have just flowed right through it, and it would have glued us down to the block. Okay, so that works out real well. It looks ugly right now, but we're gonna clean it up and make it look good. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put this back on. Okay, and then I'm going to drill my lanyard hole. Hey, this is Paul Lusk from KnifeMakingVideos.com. I hope you like this little lesson, and if you want to learn how to make professional grade magazine quality knives and learn how to make money doing it, please visit KnifeMakingVideos.com and subscribe to this channel. Thanks.